I sat across from Lena at the small cafe where we used to plan our future. She didn't look angry. She didn't look sad. She looked done. That scared me more than shouting ever could. "We need to talk," she said, folding her hands. "And I don't want this to turn into a fight." My throat tightened. "Since when do talks end well when you say that?" She sighed. "I'm tired and I don't have the strength to pretend anymore." "Pretend about what?" I asked. "About loving me?" She flinched. "About believing this will get better." I stared at her. "It will. I just need time." "You've needed time for years," she said quietly. I laughed, but it came out wrong. "So this is about money again." She looked away. "It's about stability." I looked at the table, at my cracked phone beside her new one. Her screen lit up with a message. Mine stayed dark. "I'm trying," I said. "You know that." "I know," she replied. "But trying isn't building." My chest burned. 5 years, Lena. We survived everything. "We survived because I carried us," she said. "And I can't anymore." I leaned forward. "So you're leaving me because I'm broke?" She hesitated, which hurt worse than a yes. "I'm leaving because love isn't enough." The words hit hard. "Since when?" "Since reality showed up," she said. "I'm almost 30. I can't wait for a miracle." I swallowed. "I never asked you to." "You didn't have to," she said. "I did it anyway." Silence filled the space between us. I noticed her sharp jacket, the watch I didn't buy, the confidence I used to recognize as ours. "Is there someone else?" I asked. "No," she said quickly. "This isn't about another man." "Good," I said. "At least tell me I mattered." She met my eyes, and for a moment I saw the girl who used to believe in me. "You mattered. You just don't anymore in the way I need." My hand shook. "So what am I now?" She stood up slowly. "A chapter that's ending." I stood too. "Say it clearly." She took a breath. "I'm leaving you." The cafe felt too small. "After everything?" "Yes," she said. "Because everything led here." I felt hollow. "You promised." "I promised forever," she replied, voice breaking. "I didn't promise poverty." That word cut deep. "So I'm a failure." She didn't answer. I nodded. "That's all I needed." She picked up her bag. "I hope you understand one day." I watched her walk away. "I understand now." She paused. "Please don't hate me." I whispered, "I hate myself more." She left. I sat back down, staring at the empty chair. My bank balance flashed in my mind. My missed calls. My unpaid rent. I felt small, invisible, and disposable. "I gave you everything," I muttered. No one answered. Outside, rain started falling. Inside, something in me collapsed. I realized she didn't break my heart. She confirmed what the world already told me. I had nothing. And now I had no one. The barista came over. "Do you want anything else?" I looked up. "Do I look like I can afford anything else?" She hesitated. "I'm sorry." "Don't be," I said. "You're not the one leaving." She nodded and walked away. I pulled out my phone and typed a message to Lena. Then I erased it. I typed again. "I'll fix this." Deleted. "I love you." Deleted. "Please." Deleted. I locked the screen. My phone buzzed. It was my landlord. "Rent?" I answered. "I need a few more days." "You said that last week," he replied. "I can't wait forever." "I know," I said. Neither could she. He sighed. "Figure it out." The call ended. I laughed under my breath. Everyone's tired of waiting for me. I remembered Lena saying, "I believe in you," back when belief was free. I remembered promising her a better life. "Soon," I used to say. "Just wait." Time had run out. I stood and walked outside. The rain soaked my shirt. I didn't move. I wanted it to hurt. "This is what you get," I told myself. A couple walked past, laughing. I pressed my palms together. "This isn't the end," I said, but my voice didn't believe it. Still, somewhere under the shame, a quiet anger started breathing. And I didn't know yet, but this was the moment everything began. I wiped my face, breathed once, and promised myself I would never beg again there. I woke up to silence. No messages. No missed calls. Just my phone buzzing with low battery warnings. "Great," I muttered. "Even you're tired of me." The apartment felt empty without her voice. I spoke anyway. "You said love wasn't enough. Remember that?" No answer. I checked my bank app. Negative again, I said. "You win." I sat on the floor and stared at the wall. I should have been better. My phone rang. Rashid's name lit up the screen. Don't hang up, he said. I know you're broke, not dead. I sighed. That's debatable. Where are you? He asked. At home, I said. If you can call this home. Open the door, he said. I'm outside. I opened it and stared at him. You look successful. He smirked. You look like you lost a war. I did, I said. She left. I know, he replied. Sit. We sat on the couch. He looked around. You stopped cleaning. I stopped caring. He leaned forward. Talk. I feel useless, I said. Like everything I touched failed. He shook his head. You're not useless. You're just bleeding. That's worse, I said. Bleeding doesn't stop on its own. It does if you treat it, he said. With what money? I snapped. With honesty, he said. Tell me what's really eating you. I stared at my hands. She was right. About what? That I have nothing. Rashid laughed once. You have skills. You just buried them. I buried them trying to survive, I said. Dreams don't pay rent. Neither does quitting, he replied. I stood up. You don't get it. He stood too. I do. I watched you give up inch by inch. I looked away. I didn't quit. You waited, he said. Waiting is quieter, but it kills faster. My phone buzzed. A bill notification. Another reminder I failed, I said. Rashid pointed. That thing doesn't define you. Lena did, I said. And she walked. She walked because she's scared, he replied. Not because you're worthless. I laughed. Then why does it feel true? Because shame lies well, he said. I went to work later that day. At my desk, I heard voices behind me. Did you hear? Someone whispered. More layoffs coming. Who's safe? Another asked. No one, the first said. Especially the underperformers. My stomach dropped. That's me, I whispered. I typed slowly, hands shaking. If I lose this job, I'm done. My manager walked past without looking at me. Say something, I muttered. Anything. Nothing. At lunch, I sat alone. I can't fall any lower, I told myself. An email notification popped up. Subject line, regarding your proposal. I frowned. What proposal? I opened it, heart pounding. We reviewed your old submission, it said. We'd like to talk. I laughed quietly. Now. I closed the email. Too late. But my hands trembled. I whispered, don't do this to me. The phone buzzed again. Hope knocked softly. I didn't answer. I stared at the screen and argued with myself. You don't deserve chances, I said. You waste them. My mind answered back. You asked for this once. I stood up and paced. What if it's a mistake? It always is, I said. Until it isn't. I remembered Rashid's voice. Waiting kills faster. I clenched my jaw. I'm tired of bleeding. The office felt louder. Someone laughed nearby. Must be nice, I muttered. My phone buzzed again. Same email thread. We're available tomorrow, it said. I swallowed. Tomorrow? I typed a reply. Deleted it. Typed again. Thank you, I wrote. I'm available. I stared at the send button. If this fails, I'm done. I hit send. Nothing exploded. No miracle happened. I leaned back and exhaled. So this is hope. It scared me more than failure. I packed my bag and stood. One more day, I told myself. Just survive one more day. As I walked out, my phone vibrated. Rashid texted. You alive? I replied, barely. He wrote, that's enough. I looked at the ceiling and whispered, don't let me fall again. No one answered. But for the first time since she left, the silence didn't feel final. I walked forward, afraid, uncertain, but moving because stopping had already destroyed me inside. I sat alone on the edge of my bed, lights off, phone in my hand. Is this it? I asked the room. Is this who I stay forever? Silence answered. I laughed softly. You really left me nothing. I opened my notes app and scrolled. Old ideas. Half-written plans. One title stopped me. Logistics Platform Concept. You laughed at this, I whispered. You said it was cute. I remembered her voice. Dreams are nice. Reality pays bills. I threw the phone onto the bed. You were wrong, I said. Or maybe I was weak. I picked it up again. No, I said. I was scared. My chest tightened. Am I really going to let one woman define my ending? I stood up and paced. Say it, I told myself. Say you failed. I failed, I said. The words didn't kill me. I said them again. I failed her. I failed myself. Still breathing. I sat back down and opened the notes. But failing doesn't mean finished. My phone buzzed. Rashid. What are you doing? He asked. Staring at my past, I said. Good, he replied. Use it. I don't know how, I admitted. You always did, he said. You just waited for permission. I don't have time for dreams, I said. You don't have time not to, he replied. I know someone. I frowned. Someone rich. Someone quiet, Rashid said. That's better. The next day, my hands shook as I walked into the office building. Don't embarrass yourself, I muttered. Rashid leaned close. He won't interrupt you. That makes it worse, I said. We entered the room. Mr. Halim sat there calmly. Sit, he said. I sat too fast. Thank you for meeting me. He nodded. Talk. I swallowed. I had an idea. I know, he said. I blinked. You read it? Yes, he replied. Continue. My voice trembled. It solves supply delays for small vendors. He waited. It's scalable, I added. And cheap. Why you? He asked. I hesitated. Because I'm desperate. Rashid inhaled sharply. Mr. Halim didn't react. Honest, he said. Why now? Because I hit bottom, I said. And I don't want to stay there. He folded his hands. Do you want revenge? No, I said quickly. I want to survive. Silence stretched. I can work, I said. I don't sleep much anymore. He nodded. I noticed. I laughed nervously. That's not a selling point. He stood. 6 months. I froze. I'm sorry? I'll give you 6 months, he said. Show me progress. My chest felt light. You mean it? Yes, he said. Or you fail. I nodded hard. I won't waste it. He looked at me. Everyone says that. I know, I said. But I mean it. We walked out. Rashid punched my arm. You're alive again. I breathed in deeply. I feel it. I looked at the sky. I'm not doing this for her. Rashid smiled. Good. I'm doing this, I said, because I refuse to disappear. For the first time I believed myself. I stopped counting days because everyone felt the same. Just finish this task, I told myself every night. Then sleep. Sleep rarely came. I talked to my screen more than people. Load faster, I said. Please. The code failed. Again. I slammed my desk. I'm not quitting. Rashid called once a week. Still breathing? Barely, I said. But I'm here. That's progress, he replied. 3 months and nothing worked. You promised results, I told myself. No, I answered. You promised effort. The office was small, quiet, and cheap. One day a woman walked in and looked around. This is it. This is what we can afford, I said. I'm Maya, she said. Rashid sent me. You don't look impressed, I said. I'm not, she replied. But I'm bored. I blinked. That's your reason? I like fixing broken things, she said. Including leadership. I frowned. I didn't ask for help. You need it anyway, she said. We argued daily. This won't scale, she said. It will, I snapped. Not like that, she replied. I hated that she was right. One night I said, why are you still here? She answered, because you listen after you fail. Months passed. Small wins came. Then setbacks. I avoided social media. Don't look, I told myself. Lena's name still echoed. Maya noticed. Ghosts? Something like that, I said. She nodded. Use it. Pain focuses people. At month 10, revenue stabilized. I stared at the numbers. Is this real? Maya smiled. Don't celebrate yet. I'm scared, I admitted. Good, she said. Means you care. Rashid walked in grinning. I heard. Heard what? I asked. Lena's company, he said. It's sinking. I froze. What? She works there, he said. And it's bad. I sat down slowly. That's not my problem. Rashid watched me. Are you sure? I said nothing. Success felt real. So did the past. I walked into the conference hall telling myself, you're here to listen, not remember. The badge felt heavy on my chest. My breath tightened the moment I smelled the coffee and polished floors. Calm down, I whispered. She's not here. Then I heard her laugh. My chest locked. No, I said quietly. Not today. I turned and saw her back first. Same posture. Same hair. My hands shook. Breathe, I told myself. Just breathe. She turned slightly. Her eyes passed over me. Nothing. She didn't recognize me. That hurt more than I expected. I stepped forward anyway. Lena. She looked again. Confused. Then her face drained of color. You, she said. Hi, I replied. She swallowed. I didn't know you'd be here. I didn't know you would either, I said. Silence pressed between us. You look different, she said. So do you, I replied. She forced a smile. Busy year. Same, I said. Her eyes dropped to my badge. You're a founder? Yes, I answered. She nodded slowly. That's good. I waited for something sharper. It didn't come. How have you been? She asked. I shrugged. Alive. She laughed nervously. You always were dramatic. Only when I was scared, I said. Her smile faded. We stood there, surrounded by noise, alone inside it. So, she said, what brings you here? Work, I said. You? She hesitated. Work too. I raised an eyebrow. Things going well? She looked away. We're managing. I remembered Rashid's words. Quiet collapse. I heard your company's under pressure, I said calmly. Her head snapped up. Who told you that? People talk, I replied. She crossed her arms. It's temporary. Most things are, I said. She studied my face. You're enjoying this. I shook my head. I'm really not. That's worse, she said. I'd rather you be angry. I said. I got tired. Her voice softened. I never wanted to hurt you. You didn't want to stay either, I replied. She flinched. You're doing well now. Yes, I said. With her? She asked suddenly. I frowned. With who? She looked embarrassed. Anyone. I smiled faintly. With myself. She pressed her lips together. I used to believe in you. I know, I said. I needed that back then. And now, she asked. Now I don't need permission, I replied. Her eyes shined. If I had waited. You didn't, I said gently. Silence again. She exhaled. I'm happy for you. I believe she meant it. That hurt too. I should go, I said. She nodded. Of course. I stepped back. Take care, Lena. You too, she whispered. I walked away without looking back. My hands were steady. My heart was loud. Is this peace? I asked myself. It felt heavy. It felt earned. And it scared me more than revenge ever could. Mr. Halim called me into his office and said, Sit. I sat. He slid a folder across the table. There's an acquisition opportunity. I frowned. We're not ready. You are, he said. I opened the folder and froze. My heart stopped. I whispered, This company? Yes, he replied. I swallowed. That's Lena's. He watched me carefully. You know it? I know her, I said. Silence filled the room. This isn't personal, he said. It is to me, I replied. I walked out dizzy and called Rashid. I can't do this. You can, he said. Question is, should you? She left me because I had nothing, I said. And now you have power, he replied. I don't want revenge, I said. Then don't take it, he answered. But don't lie to yourself either. I met Maya that night. She listened and said, This is business. It's her life, I replied. She chose her life, Maya said. You're choosing yours. I shook my head. This feels wrong. She leaned forward. So did being powerless. I snapped, I'm not that man anymore. Then act like it, she said. I stared at the city lights. If I walk away, am I better? Maya answered, If you walk away scared, no. Rashid texted, Control isn't cruelty. I closed my eyes. I hate that you're right. Back in Halim's office, I said, Do it quietly. No name, he asked. No name, I confirmed. He nodded. Clean and legal. My voice felt distant. That's the point. Days passed. Papers moved. Signatures landed. I watched numbers shift. Maya said, It's done. I asked, Does she know? Not yet, she replied. I felt sick. Good. At night I argued with myself. This isn't revenge. Another voice answered, Then why does it feel powerful? I said, Because power used to scare me. Rashid called. How do you feel? Quiet, I said. That's control, he replied. I imagined Lena working late, unaware. I didn't smile. I didn't cry. I just waited. The silence was heavy and terrifying. I was told the new owner agreed to meet her. I waited inside the glass room, hands folded, breathing slow, counting each second like it mattered. When the door opened, Lena walked in confident, rehearsed, ready to negotiate. She stopped when she saw me, and her confidence shattered instantly. "You?" she whispered, voice thin. "Me," I said, calm. Her eyes searched the room. "This is a joke." "No," I said. "This is the meeting." She stepped back. "Where is he?" "I am," I said. "I own the company." Her lips trembled. "You're lying." "I bought it," I said. Quietly. "Legally." She sat down hard. "After everything we shared?" "Yes," I replied. She laughed once, broken. "So this is revenge?" "No," I said. "This is survival." Her eyes filled. "I never wanted to hurt you." "You did," I said. "You made me feel small, invisible, replaceable." She leaned forward. "I was scared of ending up with nothing." "So was I said. "I just didn't leave." Tears fell. "I loved you." "I know," I said. "But love wasn't enough for you." She flinched. "You remember every word." "I remember the silence," I said. "The look when you gave up." "I chose security," she said. "I thought I was being smart." "And you lost both," I said quietly. She broke. "Please don't destroy me." "I'm not," I said. "The board will decide." She looked up. "You could stop it." "I could," I said. "But I won't interfere." "Why?" she asked. "Because power shouldn't be emotional," I said. "That's how people get hurt." She wiped her face. "You survived without me." "Yes," I said. "And I failed," she whispered. I stood. "I hope you understand one day." She reached out. "Wait." I paused. "Goodbye, Lena." I walked out carrying no joy, no anger, only weight, because karma never cheers, it only balances. I sat at my desk, the city lights outside dull tonight, and thought about everything. "It's over," I whispered. "Lena left the company this morning." She didn't fight, didn't beg. She walked away quietly, like she always wanted control. I considered calling her. "No," I said. "That's not me anymore." Rashid stopped by. "She's gone?" he said, leaning against the doorframe. "Yes," I said. "And it doesn't hurt." Maya peeked in next. "Looking at the numbers again?" "I'm thinking," I replied, "about everything we built." She smiled. "We built it together." I nodded. "We did. I couldn't have done it alone." Mr. Halim's office called next. "Everything is stable," he said. "You're doing well." "Thank you," I said, "for believing when I couldn't." I thought about the past, the empty apartment, the nights without sleep, the calls she ignored. I walked back there today. Nothing. The walls were bare, the silence familiar but hollow. I whispered to myself, "I feel nothing." That's when I knew. Not success healed me. Not money. Not power. Self-respect. I picked up a pen. The acquisition document lay before me. I could have signed with anger, with revenge in mind. I stared. "This isn't about her," I said quietly. "It's about me." I signed. I exhaled. Rashid said, "Looks good." Maya added, "You've come far." I looked out the window. Far enough to not be anyone's victim anymore. I thought about Lena, about her choices, about my own. Sometimes I realized the best revenge isn't anger. It's becoming someone they can't hurt. I smiled faintly. I was finally free. And that was enough.